We're joined by Coach Abe and student athletes Mia Woolfolk and Dani Carnegie. We'll begin first with questions for the student athletes. We'll then dismiss them back to the locker room, and then we'll take questions for Coach. Please raise your hand. We'll bring you a mic to ask questions of the student athletes. Mac.
Mac Poss, Radio, Tacoma, Georgia. Hard to play a team twice, particularly when you have beat them on their floor. Did you see any real difference in their player other than Strack having a great game?
Mia, you want to take that one first?
I mean, like you said, it is always tough playing a team twice because, you know each other like the back of your hand, but obviously they added a key piece back. Number 7 wasn't there when we played them the first time. And, it was just a tough game. I feel like both teams played hard, but, they just came out on top to say.
You're having a great year, and it's not over. That's a good thing. Remarkable progress that you have made playing in the toughest conference, in the United States. Of course, I know you look forward to the next game, wherever that's going to be, but congratulations on an awesome year.
Thank you.
Mitchell in the front.
Yeah, for Dani, I was just kind of wondering, you were teammates with Tony at Georgia Tech last year. She had, I think, 8 assists today. What makes her a really good guard and sometimes tough to guard?
That's my sister. Yeah, we're close. We made up a great bond last year. She's a great point guard. She gets her team involved. She does what she has to do for her team to be successful, and she did a great job today.
John.
Mia, we always hear the SEC as being this big, physical, tough conference, and you guys set a couple of pretty wicked picks right there at the very beginning. Were you trying to make a statement, or is this just the normal way you guys play? Talk about the physicality of the game.
First of all, I was never trying to hurt nobody. I was just setting the screen like I'm taught to do, but the physicality on our team, I feel like we're a very aggressive team. We do be in foul trouble a lot, so I guess that just attends to our aggressiveness, which we do have to learn, especially going into the tournament. Like, I definitely can't be in foul trouble for my team, so.
Any more questions for the student athletes? All right. Ladies, thank you. You can be dismissed back to the locker room, and then we'll take questions for Coach. We got more down there in the cooler if you want one. All right, questions for Coach? Right here in the front, and then we'll go to Mitchell.
It's like they were just talking about earlier, Tiani Key did not play in that last game against you all. So what kind of impact do you think she made against you all today?
Huge. She was a difference maker. 12 rebounds, 14 points. We did a good job on Tony in the first half. She had 0 assists, and then she started to kind of go to work. But I think Keys was huge. Obviously, Claire is a phenomenal player. So.
Mitchell, and then John.
Strack, when a player like Strack is able to hit threes, 5 of them today, and kind of stretch the floor a little bit, how does that impact sort of the game plan in terms of now you have to guard her out there and inside?
Yeah, well, we did a great job on Asia. She didn't have any threes, and that's the game before Asia and Amelia, they were killing at the 3-point line, so that was our plan, not to let them hit threes, but they needed to get, they're a 3-point shooting team, so Claire did a good job of stepping out and, kind of picking and popping and getting her shot off.
John?
The defense on both sides was pretty impressive. Can you talk about how your team has improved over the course of the year on that end of the court? And Coach Brooks always says that Kentucky probably is underrated in terms of how good they are defensively. Could you just address that?
Well, I think if you are playing at this level, everybody's got to play defense. You have to play defense. And obviously in the next tournament, you have to play defense. Defense is going to win you championships, but they're different. We're on the ball, really aggressive, really quick, really, aggressive on the ball, and they're so long, they just kind of back off and they use their length a little bit more. But I think he's talking about their rebounding. I mean, they're really good at rebounding, and we're just faster, more athletic. I mean, we could really push in transition. They did a good job of getting back in transition because we didn't get a lot of transition breaks tonight offensively for us. So they did a good job of getting back in transition for sure.
Mac?
Coach Abe, they switched to 2-3 zone.
Yep.
About 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yep.
Didn't seem that we could get quite as many open looks.
Yep.
It wasn't a lack of effort. But did you see that they were really doing anything other than the point that you made? They're so long and so big.
No, Savannah wasn't in the game. She was in foul trouble, and we got to have somebody else that can hit some shots from the outside and spread them out a little bit. And the second thing I didn't think we did a good job of was getting the ball into Mia. She was open a lot, and Savannah's probably the best passer to me and always gets to the ball. So those are the two things. I mean, to be able to space them out with Dani and Trinity and Riley and Savannah and Mia in there, it's just, I mean, we got in foul trouble again. Vera was in foul trouble. Savannah was in foul trouble. MV was in foul trouble. I mean, we were in foul trouble. So the last time we played them, Savannah was able to be in the game, and Mia was just going to work on the low block in their zone because they just really spread it out. So I think that definitely hurt us. But I don't know what questions you're going to ask about Georgia because that's all I care about. But I'm very proud of this team. They're sophomores and freshmen, and we have one senior, and a lot of them haven't even played in this tournament before. They're actually a little nervous going into the game, so I really just try to loosen them up and get them ready to go and see that we can play with anybody, and because we're so young, it's really exciting for the future of Georgia basketball. But even going into the NCAA tournament, there's only three people on my team that have ever been to the NCAA tournament. So there's a lot of first step things we're doing at Georgia with the culture now that's in with our team and the players, and they're really defeated. And I told them, keep your heads up. Like, you guys are doing a great job. You got to buy in the SEC tournament. And that's your body of work. We got to remember what our body of work is. The SEC tournament is just 1 or 2 games or 3 games, and somebody's going to lose. Everybody's going to lose eventually, even in the NCAA tournament, even in the WNIT tournament. You're going to lose eventually, but we're still alive. We still have another opportunity, and so I'm just very proud of them. I mean, we only had 4 returning players and added 8 new players, and they're great. They got great character. They're great kids. They really like each other. They really like playing together. They're really fun to coach. They're fun to see every day. And they're just going to continue to get better. And they have some really big opportunities, and they're doing things that they've never done before. And so moving forward, if we're able to keep them, if we can keep, the majority of them, they're going to have so much experience. And I just want to say something about Dani. Dani last year wasn't a go-to player at Georgia Tech. And so to her being a go-to player this year for us, that took some time for her. That was like a lot, right? So she had a lot on her plate, and she felt really responsible in a lot of our losses that she didn't step up for her team. And, that's very admirable for her. She's done a lot of great things for us this year to come from the ACC and then be first team all conference SEC. That's crazy. I mean, that doesn't happen. It just shows how much she knows our team really helped her out. But she's a great player for us, and more importantly, she's a great kid, comes from a great family, and they all are, to be honest. So just proud of this team that are very young, and the future is very bright, and we're going to go to the next tournament we play in, and we're just going to, we're going to be hungry and humble and ready to go.
One last question here in the front.
Coach, you talked about getting your players to buy into your culture and how much it's helped you this season. What is that culture for your team?
Well, it's team first and me second, for sure. I mean, Just, I mean, it just starts with if somebody like Dani is, if your, best player, and she doesn't consider herself the best player, but if your best player is one of your most unselfish human beings you have on your team, wow, you're really, really lucky. You're really blessed, really lucky, and she's one of them. Trinity's very unselfish. Mia's super unselfish. You can tell by the way she comments up here. They just want to do good. And remember, this is the first year of winning for them. For some of them, like Mia and Trinity didn't win last year, and now it's their first year of winning. So, the culture is, family first, academic second, basketball third, and, just loving playing for our coaches and playing at the University of Georgia. And, Dani came to Georgia because she wanted to be a difference maker, and she really is. She's made a huge difference and a huge impact for us.